So what we have here is we have a 36-foot narrowboat named Lest We Forget. She has a 2-cylinder diesel Lister engine, which does something like 12 brake horsepower. She's a 2-berth. You probably could get 4 people on here, but obviously being 36 foot, not really designed for 4 people. But one of the advantages of having a smaller boat, like a 36-foot boat like this, is you can turn almost on any canal. Apart from this one, the Grand Union Aylesbury Arm is a narrow canal and isn't wide enough to turn any boat around, let alone a 36-foot one. So on the outside here at the front, or boating terms the bow, we have a water tank underneath there, under that silver piece at the bottom, 500 litres of water. As you can see, and I mentioned in one of the other videos, I do carry spare water with me. 2 doors at the front. She does have entry front and rear. And on the top here, 4 solar panels producing 700 watts of power. Not very good today because, as you can see, it's very overcast and not a very nice day, although it's not as cold as it was yesterday. I have a mast up for my Wi-Fi signal, and that there is the log fire chimney. The one on the other side is the chimney for the hot water boiler. Windows down the side, one at the front there, and one here is what you class as the living area. One here is opposite the bathroom. That one goes into the bedroom, and that one goes into the engine room. On the back here I have a bike rack. I carry one of my bikes, and built into the back here is the diesel tank, which red diesel, because we're classed as agricultural machinery, so we can buy red diesel, which is tax-free, currently about 98p a litre, and she holds 200 litres. If I jump on the back here, which is one of the other entry points, but you'll notice that it's not very good for entry really, because you have to climb down past the engine. So this is the engine room. Door on the right hand side there, silver door with metal on it. I think that's on there for fire protection. You see I carry another bike as well, an electric bike, and underneath here, in the other silver piece underneath there, that's the engine. And just on the right hand side underneath there, that is one of the heating systems, a Chinese, what they call a Chinese diesel heater, which blows out hot air. Just here, underneath that water container there, that is one storage locker for gas. And this one here on this side is the actual, what you class as the live gas locker. And I carry 13 kilo bottles of gas connected to the boat via a regulator, which then feeds down into the boat and provides me with the gas for the cooker, the stove and the hot water boiler. So that's looking down from the stern end, and the type of stern is what they would class as a semi-traditional. 3 types of stern you get: traditional, semi-traditional and cruiser. So this is the view of the Grand Union Canal, Aylesbury Arm, which is currently closed. I found out yesterday, closed to the 19th of December. So I'm going to be stuck here till the 19th of December. We've closed it all the way from lock 1 all the way down to lock 16, just because they're repairing lock 15. Don't know where they get the sense of that from, but there you go. So that's the outside of Narrowboat Lest We Forget. So let's take a look on the inside. So like I say, and this is one of the things I mentioned the other day, for elderly people, if I go back to the stern end, the rear as I call it, the back end, you notice it is actually quite easy. It is easier to get on and off because it is much lower. But like I say, with this boat, it's harder to get inside because of the engine room. A lot of new boats, and a lot of boats now have actually got to where you step down here, there's a step down, and they have cupboards either side on the kitchen, so they have a walkway actually down into the boat going through here. So through the door would be there, and then we have kitchen cupboards either side. With this boat, because it was built in 1976, is an old traditional layout where entry was from the front. So we go back towards the front, the bow end, at the nautical terms, which I don't use. You can see that the step up isn't too bad, okay, but it is something to bear in mind that if you are in the seniors group like me, something to bear in mind that where you do more up is you need to make sure that you've got good access. from the side of the canal. So going inside then. So this is the inside. I'm just outside, so through the two doors. Beryl and Bunty sat there nice and chilled, had a nice long walk this morning, so they're on their beds. They don't actually sleep with me, they sleep on those pillows on the couch there, but during the daytime and nighttime, couches go on the floor and they sleep on the floor. So on the left hand side here is I've got a 40-inch TV which is connected to the inverter. So you have an inverter connected to your batteries, which converts 12 volts to 240. So that runs the main electrical system. So 240 volt TV. And on this side, you can see the kitchen, or the galley as they call it, on boats at the other end. So quite a small living space, just long enough and wide, long enough. What it's wide enough is 6'2", but long enough to get a 2-seater sofa in. Just there on the left past the telly is a log stove burner, which I fitted 2 years ago because there wasn't one on here when I got it. It goes up through the chimney and out through the roof. You can see the chimney on the outside. So small log burner, okay, kicks out about 4 kilowatts of heat, which on a boat this size is perfect. You don't need too much because you do actually end up opening the windows and the doors if you've got it going, and it does get too hot. So having a look back out through the double doors, back out onto the canal. There is a step up just under here. I built a storage cupboard just here underneath, and the step up to go out. You notice that the floor and the walls I've clad in carpet tiles. One of the main reasons for that is obviously being a metal boat, you need to try and insulate the boat as much as you can. There is insulation between the wood and the metal, but I've added extra insulation. So all the way down underneath the gunnel here, as you'll see, that I've put grey carpet tiles all the way down. So just past the log burner then, I carry a portable air conditioning unit, because during the summertime, being in a metal box, these things get up to about 40-50 degrees inside on a really hot day. So I have a portable air conditioning unit. It does provide hot air as well, but I don't use it during the winter time because of the hot air ducts which come out here along the floor, go back to the engine room. They provide enough heat along the whole of the boat, and using diesel, which is one of the cheapest fuels at the moment. So looking at the galley then, or the kitchen, okay, not a very big kitchen. I've got a video to come of me cooking a bolognese meal, which is somebody that asked if I could do that. So I have a single burner, which in hindsight should have potentially put 2 in. But when I first moved on here, it had a 4-ring burner, which took up the whole of this space here, which I thought was overkill. So I modernised the kitchen, and I will put the pictures up of what the boat looked like at the front of this video, so you can see what it was like before. So going there, so not a normal sink, understorage sink underneath, just normal under here, just all your junk and that. A gas grill and gas oven underneath, and then storage along the top here. Storage cupboard with all my foods in there. And this is the hot water boiler, a Cointra hot water boiler, runs off the gas and is instant hot water when you turn the tap on. Well, not instant because you have to run a little bit of cold through it, but it does warm up enough, and that provides hot water for the sink here and the shower. So that's the living quarter area. Hopefully, let's open these blinds to get a little bit more light in. So looking back from the door into the bathroom, that's the front of the boat, of the kitchen and the living area. So turning round and going through this door leads to the bathroom and the bedroom. So on the right hand side here, let's just open this blind to get a bit more natural light in. So here we have the bathroom, shower, 700mm by 700mm, mixer tap, tiled on the walls, and a storage place for my twin tub washing machine. It doesn't live in there when you have a shower, obviously, but it lives there whilst we're moving around or moored up. Window out, storage cupboards here on the right hand side, just behind the towel, storage at the bottom, hanging rails at the top for shirts and stuff like that. Basin with storage underneath, medicine cabinet or cabinet, storage for your bits on the left hand side, and a cassette toilet, a Thetford cassette toilet, okay, which obviously don't want to go too much into, but the cassette is stored underneath here, and when it's full or getting full, you take it out, take it to an LSAN point, which is what I showed in one of the other videos, and you empty it. So coming down into the bedroom, let's turn the main light on, see if we can get some more light. There we go. So main bedroom, they're classed as a small double. It's 4 foot as opposed to 4'6" wide. So it's just wide enough. I obviously live on my own with the 2 dogs, so it's plenty wide enough for me. But there are other boaters that have a small double, and they do manage okay. But it's nice to actually have that whole bed to myself. One of the advantages of being single. Door here behind the coat, which leads back out to the engine room. There, that's my fridge. I've got a portable fridge which I take with me if I ever go away camping or anything. Like I said, on the walls clad with tiles. A couple of pictures that I took about 2 weeks ago. If you can see them, nice sunset on the canal, and portholes. Storage above the bed here, pull-outs with clothes in, t-shirts, shirts, trousers and so on, and storage underneath, all the way underneath. Okay, so storage that goes all the way across and under the bed. So that's one of the things to bear in mind is if you do go into narrowboating, is that space is of a premium, so you do end up downsizing, and doesn't pay to be a hoarder. So going back through to the living area, living quarters, I don't think there's anything I've missed out. Ceiling lights, I fitted spotlights inside, so it's got spotlight heating, spotlight lighting all the way around. On the side there, fire extinguishers all the way down the boat. I think I've got 4 fire extinguishers on, which is one of the safety features you have to have. And going back out through the double doors to the canal. So hopefully that's given you an insight into what a 36-foot narrowboat is like, both on the outside and the inside. Ideal for one person with 2 dogs. Say hello, guys. They're all the white one, Bunty the brown one. Okay, so 36 tends to getting into narrowboating, and you do live on your own like I do. 36 foot is ideal. In hindsight, maybe I should have bought slightly bigger, but the only thing is it just gives you a bit more room inside to store more stuff, which I don't need because I'm not a hoarder and I'm not materialistic. So I hope the video has helped you, giving you an insight into where I live and how I live. If you've got any questions, then please feel free to ask them in the comments box below. If you've got anything that you'd like me to cover, particularly if you are in the senior bracket like myself, I'd be happy to do that. And I look forward to seeing you soon.